This is GF from GamerFusion.com, and today I want to go over what I call and known as the Nova Spammer. Yes, guys, the Nova Spammer. So the Nova Spammer to me is something that's going to be very beneficial, that's going to cause you guys to spam Novas after Nova after Nova. So let's go over what exactly you're going to need out of what I have currently equipped within my gear. So I have the Obsidian Mine, and this one's the one that's going to be the key feature for you guys to go definitely become a Nova Spammer. And we're going to pair it up with different weapons, but primarily this one's going to be the one that you're going to want to have. So you're going to see this one increases the grenade throw distance, increases the super energy gain from kills of minions in the dark, which we could scratch only if it's a player versus environment. And then we have Nova Bomb kills, reduces the cooldown of your next Nova Bomb. Now this one in particular, it's going to be very helpful for player versus player and player versus environment. It's going to be helpful for either or. So do keep in mind, if you do a lot of player versus environment, it's going to be a little bit more beneficial than if you do player versus player. But it's still a Nova Spammer if you guys do it correctly when you guys play PvP. So definitely keep that in mind. It works for both different types of classes. Now we're going to be doing this one, and I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of what exactly it is that you need to help you get that accomplished. Now, first and foremost, you're going to want to know what your Obsidian Mind has. For example, this one has Intellect plus 68. I personally like to have my Intellect at 100 when I'm doing this, because the Intellect is going to be very beneficial when it reduces the cooldown of your Nova Bomb, so it makes it more effective. So this one paired with this one, as long as your Intellect is 100%, you guys are really good to go. Now another thing I like to do when I have the Obsidian Mind is I like to have my Discipline also maxed out. Now this will work with the different combinations. You're going to have to play around with which one works better. For example, if you want to go with more discipline here, and then if you want to find another pair of boots or something else that has more discipline, like for example this one, as you see, it increases it to 66, still keeping me at 273. But then the only thing that's messing me up is my chest. So if I can find a chest that has a very little bit amount of intellect and some discipline, it should push up my discipline to a higher. So I want to make sure I have my intellect and my discipline at a high rate. And I'll let you guys know why I need the nades and why the nades are going to be important when I'm using this. So intellect is going to be priority number 1 and grenades priority number 2. Now let me go ahead and give you guys my class setup and why you guys are going to need this class setup to become a Nova Spammer. Now keep in mind, this build is specifically only for Nova Spams. There's a few things we could change around depending on your playstyle and the way you like it, but this is primarily what I found out to be the best one to be a Nova Spammer. So quick point I want to point out is I do have separate builds for defensive when I play defensively, when I play offensively, or when I'm just running around having fun and just, you know, spamming Nova Bombs all over, which is what I've been doing in the Iron Banner. And right now what we're going to be doing is, first and foremost, the grenades is going to be one of your key elements that you're going to want to pick up is the Action Bolt. The Action Bolt is going to be very helpful due to various reasons. Reason number 1 is because when you guys are playing player versus player, sometimes enemies run around or they'll hide and cover, and these two grenades don't become so effective for that particular time. So I always run with the Action Bolt just for the reason that it's going to be able to not only track the enemy, it will be able to track them and actually get me 1 to 2 kills based on the way I use this nade. I'll let you guys know and I'll give you guys a breakdown of what else I was talking about. So next after that, the Vortex Grenade is another one you could go. This one's really good, especially when you guys are playing capture points. Like if you're trying to capture A, capture C, capture B, you could definitely throw your Vortex Grenade and kind of just shield yourself within the Vortex Grenade. Kind of use it like a Titan bubble in a sense, and it works really effective. But my personal point of view, my personal favorite, which I find to be more effective to get you more kills and a little bit better, is the Action Bolt. The Action Bolt is going to work very well because the more kills you get, the faster you get your super. Next up, we have Shatter. I run with Shatter just for the reason I'll explain to you with a perk I have further down the line. The reason I like Shatter is because it gives me a more of a chance to go ahead and kill more people within that radius. Now, I would also, recommend the Vortex Grenade. This one's really good, especially when you guys are playing Control in player versus player, because you could definitely throw that one in there, and anybody that walks in there or tries to capture that nade while that is active, it's going to give them damage. So it makes it really effective as well. So I would definitely pick either the Shatter or Vortex. I preferably pick, I like Shatter a lot more than this one. Okay, so after this one, we have Energy Drain. We have different energy range. As you guys see right here, we have Surge, we have Lifesteal, and we have Soul Reaper. I think Soul Reaper is the best one to pick with this perk because kills an enemy with enemy drain reduces the cooldown of your Nova Bomb. So basically, anytime you melee someone, boom, you punch them, it will automatically give you a little bit, reduce the cooldown of your Nova Bomb. And I'll show you guys within the video how this works and how it applies when we're using it. So we'll do a run without using it, and then we'll do a run with using it. So definitely Soul Reaper is one that I would highly recommend. Then we have this one in the middle. This one right here is primarily just going to be what you guys want to have, depending on if you want agility, recovery. It's all based on that. But the one I want you guys to focus on is Annihilation. This one increases the size of the explosion, creating a Nova Bomb and grenade. So basically what this does is, for example, let's say you throw a grenade, the explosion and radius of that, it's going to be increased. So what that means, if you throw your action bolt at someone and it follows them, and there's a friend or someone standing next to him that's already injured, that explosion will cause them to die. So usually when you guys use this one right here, your action bolt, it will most likely give you guaranteed 1 kill or guaranteed 2 kills if there's someone damaged around them, just because you're using Annihilation. It increases the explosion created by the grenade. Not only that, but if you guys are using Shatter, when you guys use Shatter and you guys launch it, if there's more people around and you're not hitting that particular person, say you hit someone that's on the flag but someone's like hiding in the back or hiding around the corner, since the explosion radius is a lot bigger, it would probably even cause them to die. So it gives you more kills. Usually when I use my Shatter, I usually generate between 2 to 3 kills to 4 kills every time I use my Shatter or my Nova Bomb. And running this build, I usually get about 3 to 4 Nova Bombs per Iron Banner, so it makes it really effective. Next up, we have Ancestral Order. This is just basically, what you guys want on recovery. And the last one is these two. We have the last tier, which is Vortex Master, Bloom, and Embrace the Void. Now, this one's it all depends on what you guys like and what you guys prefer to roll with. For example, Bloom, enemies killed by any of your abilities explode. So this one makes it very helpful, especially if you are using this guy. So let's say you use this guy, you throw that nade. If there's someone around that person that dies, they will automatically explode, and that will cause damage to the other person that's around them, causing them to die as well. So it works very effectively. It also works effectively when you're using Shatter, because if someone's in there, they'll automatically explode and cause that extra damage. Now, if you guys want to do a lot of Void, then you would probably go with Embrace the Void. But I switch between this Bloom, and I switch between Embrace the Void. It all just depends on what I'm playing or what I feel like doing in the map. Just on the map side, you're probably going to want to go ahead and play with these two to see which one you find more effectively when you guys are playing versus player or player versus environment. But without further ado, let's go ahead and test this out and see what we're able to do when we go and go ahead and launch the Dark Beyond, which is where we're going to be testing this setup as we see. So another thing I want to let you guys know is there's been a little bit of speculation feedback regarding the pairing of the Bad Juju and the Obsidian Mine, that they do not double stack. So if you guys know, the Bad Juju has a perk that gives you this, which is called String of the Curse. After each kill, this weapon will reload instantly and increases damage for the short time. Kills with this weapon help recharge your super. So we're going to go ahead and test this one out as well. But there's a couple controversies. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't work. But we will definitely go ahead and give this a try once we land into the planet. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to our Fatebringer. And no, I don't have it. I'll switch over to the Word of Crota, and we're going to test this one out and see what happens when we do the following. So what we will do right now is we will go ahead and land in here, summon this Guardian, and have him, once he gets up, we'll go ahead and try this out. So what we're going to be testing out is if they stack up together, because there's a combination that I used to run that if you ran the Bad Juju, it did help you kill. Now, I have a setup with the Bad Juju that I find that helps my energy drain to work a lot better, due to the fact that not in the sense that if I'm killing at the same time I'm getting my energy back, but it depends on how you do those kills. So basically, if you throw your Nova Bomb, you kill those people with your Nova Bomb, and then you kill people with your bad JuJu, your energy drain will gain exponentially and go a little bit faster than usual. So that's what we're going to be checking out right now as soon as we spawn this Guardian. So definitely do keep that in mind. So here we go, fellas. We're going to go ahead and summon this Guardian. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think of the Nova Bomb setup so far? If you guys like it, have you guys tried those perks? Have you guys not tried those perks? Or if you have a different type of perk setup, let me know in the comment section down below. That way, we could go ahead and start this conversation regarding what's worked best or what doesn't work best. So from my personal point of view, this is the best setup you could have to become a Nova Bomb spammer. So we're going to go ahead and try this out right here, so we could go ahead and see the difference of when you guys use the bad JuJu and when you're not using the bad JuJu as a build. So first and foremost, we're going to keep an eye on our meter of our, what our super meter's at, and then from there we'll go ahead and start tracking how fast we're doing it. So we're going to see what happens without using the melee. So as you guys see right there, every kill you guys see my meter going up, right? So that's what we're supposed to be doing every single time we go ahead and kill. You guys saw that, how fast that went. And right there we have our super. So this is where it comes in handy. We're just gonna wait for them to stack up. Basically, if you kill about 8 of these guys, you guys should be able to get your super back fairly quickly. So here we go, right there. You see how fast the super came. Now if I just get that kill, get that other kill, you guys will see how far the bar is going up from. You guys see how far it goes. It goes about 3.5 increment of when you do it. So right there we have our super back once again. Now you saw how fast we got our super that time around. Right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and die, have them kill us, and then we're going to pair our nades and our melee to see how much faster we get that super. So you saw right there we got 32 kills. That's counting the supers, not supers. But right now what we're going to see is keep an eye on our meter once we use our nade to see how fast that reduces the cooldown of the specific build that we have. So once these guys start coming out, we'll go ahead and lob our nade and keep an eye on our meter. Alright, so you see right there, it really didn't do too much. There wasn't too much effect. Now we're going to use our melee punch. And you see that big push that we just got right there? The big push we just got right there? The reason we got that push is because, remember, we have selected that every time we hit someone or we do something, it causes an explosion. So that means that thrall or that person that we're killing in player versus player will go ahead and cause them to explode, giving our super regenerating a lot more quicker. So we're going to go ahead and just throw our super, and then we're going to go ahead and die real quickly here. Alright. And we're going to test the second phase. Now, we already tested how fast it regens with the melee, how fast it regens with the grenade, and how fast it regens with the gun. So what we're going to be switching over is we're going to be switching over to the bad JuJu. Where's Mr. Bad JuJu here? And we are going to test how fast we get this one builds up. So you see right there, right now, keep an eye on the meter, and you'll see how fast the meter is getting kicked up. You see that? So see how fast that builds up, as opposed to doing it with another type of weapon. So we'll go ahead and use our super right there, and go ahead and stack this up. You see how fast it does it? So now, let's say I want to go ahead and use my melee on this guy. You see how much my meter went up? So I do find it that building it up, the perk with the bad JuJu, does help exponentially when using your Obsidian Mine and using your bad JuJu. So I find it to work very effectively, and I highly recommend you guys use this build. It's going to work very well on player versus player and a player versus engine. I know a lot of people have a misconception of using the bad JuJu on player versus player. I've tested the bad JuJu on player versus player. It doesn't do so bad. The only thing I find is the amount of clips that you use. Let's go ahead and waste my super real quick so you guys can see. Started from 0. So here we go. Alright, look at that. Look at that. So let's go ahead and throw my nade, pair that with my nade, and play that with my punch, which I missed. Pair that with my punch that I missed right there, and you'll see how fast we get that super. So all we gotta do is kill, kill, kill. Super is back, and here we go, our super, and then we go ahead and kill more, and kill more people here. Just keep killing, wait for our melee punch to come back. Use our melee punch, our super should be back pretty soon, and just keep spamming Nova Bombs. So you see my super was back right there. So that's how you guys would do it on player versus engine. and player versus environment. It comes very, very in handy. Well, guys, I hope you found this build helpful and you've tested it out, and let me know what do you guys think so far of this build. If you guys like the build, if you guys don't like the build, please let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, head over to GamerFusion.com, where we empower your gaming.